Fresh like a spring breeze. It shines. Go SpongeBob! Go SpongeBob! Go SpongeBob!
1 second, guys. I'm gonna look up how to beat.
Ladies and gentlemen, welcome back to part number 3.
You've just met the Sponginator.
Outside. Close my door all the way. Hey, Mom.
I love opening presents.
I'm gonna have to wait once he goes for another one of these charge-up attacks. So I'm gonna stay kind of close. That actually
Go,
works. Okay,
SpongeBob.
I
It's
got
your
it. I
birthday.
figured out how to damage him. He's got an army of jellyfish. Of course he does. He's King Jellyfish. What was I thinking? Okay. Do your thing, attack. Darn it. I really should not have taken damage there. Okay, come on. Yes! Okay, I think he's only got one more health bar. The finishing slap. Okay, he spawned in the blue jellyfish this time. I don't think these guys are any different than the other ones. Oh, wait.
Hey
Actually,
there.
they might have a
Looks
different
like
charge-up
some
attack.
guy.
Wow.
Okay.
Keep trying, SpongeBob.
We did it! King Jellyfish no more! That was probably the easiest boss fight ever.
What?
I don't think tartar sauce
No, because everybody ate chicken nuggets.
robots were tougher. The way he's making the voices just sounds like he's just like swearing and it's just all censored. And there goes King Jellyfish with a giant, by the way, luggage full of cash, it looks like. Okay, get the jelly. Wait, how can I get the... Oh, I was gonna say, I'm like, I can't get the jelly because there's a bunch of goo there. I think we did it, guys. We got the jelly. I didn't even notice the peanut butter there. Peanut butter jelly, get it? Okay, so now that we've succeeded, I think the only place that we can go is down this giant hill. Here we go. Ow! Yeah, let's not take damage again. It looks like if you run into the regular tikis, you don't take damage, but obviously the stone ones and the red ones. Okay. We did it. Oh! Okay. What is that face? What is that face? Did you see that? What is going on there? Okay. So, this is a brand new area that we have not seen. I guess we could go back up top now again if we want to go down that slide once more. Which is interesting. And hello, it's Larry, the lobster. How do I do that? That just... What? Well, cowabunga to you as well, by the way. I think that's a TMNT reference. But how the heck do we do that?
Now I can wear 4 pairs of underwear. This
Seriously?
is great. I feel
How
like
do
a
we go
new
about making
sponge.
that jump happen? Is there a way to like speed up faster? Wait, I just now realized that SpongeBob is riding on his tongue. That is
Does he have
gross.
Roblox stories?
There's no damaging attack during this section. At least I don't think.
Wow. Give me some credit. Maybe a little bounce on the old bed. Fresh like a spring breeze. I feel like a new sponge.
Ron, are you being rude?
I came in with a new 40 Glock. On your bitch, make that hoe on a milli run. I'm with my boys and no, we do not milli rock. Funny money, no, this is not no silly guap. Got a richer milli, this not a silly walk. All this money make me want hit my ditty, but tell I came in with a new 40 Glock.
So, that's quality craft. So, that's quality. So, that's...
I love opening presents. Oh, sparkly!
I just bought $50 worth of candy, and I have to prove to you that Reese's is the best candy bar, or I have to eat all of it. That means I have to try all of this candy. Make a candy tier list, and try not to gag on the chocolate-covered raisins.
Downtown Bikini
The
Bottom.
best part is,
Once
you can
a
vote on
bustling
all of this
metropolis, now a debris-covered crater.
SpongeBob, the robots are destroying downtown Bikini Bottom. We have to evacuate!
All right, but it's gonna take a while to get all this dust.
Not vacuum, evacuate. We have to get everyone to safety.
Can we just load them up in the boats?
That won't do any good
What?
because the robots have taken all the steering wheels.
Couldn't?
No, they're
Those fiends, they thought of every...
SpongeBob.
How about a drink?
Nice.
Fresh like a spring breeze. Bringing it around town. 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 Hi, Gary.
Meow.
Yes, thanks for noticing. I have been working out. Not done? Doesn't that mean... Oh, that's the entrance to the rooftops, which leads to the lighthouse? Aha! There's another What do you mean, get Sandy to help me? I can get through this. Oh, that gap looks big. Okay, I'm definitely not making that jump. How is anyone going to get across there? Uh-oh, more robots. Holy Dutchman's ghost! That gap looks impossible! Okay, okay. Get Sandy. Head to Smokestack's door. Check. Get Sandy. Bringing it around town.
This door is locked from the inside. Who would do...
Patrick needs to do laundry. I love opening presents. Roll, roll, roll the sponge. Bringing it around town. Bringing it around town. I feel like a new sponge.
Evelyn.
Get Sandy. Head to Smokestack.
Please don't knock this. I just painted over there too. No, I guess I didn't paint down low yet, so you're good. Never mind. Good. What do you mean good? Why? What's up? What's up? Why? Zach's at school, bro. Yeah, he's at school. Or wait, he had horse therapy and stuff today. Love you. Mwah. Go get the little vacuum.
Where is it?
In the brown basket downstairs. Before you do that, yeah.
Oh my god. I just banged my head on the...
On what?
I just rubbed my head across the TV. And it hurt so bad. It burned.
Rug burn. Jesus Christ, guys. Couldn't you just say excuse me before you just started climbing on top of me? Sorry. It's fine. Next time say excuse me, like when I'm sitting here.
Okay.
So I know you're there and I can move out of the way. your phone's right there.
Onto the ledge, or simply
I'll
by
take
pushing
what you
into
said.
walls, which can either increase or decrease your height, preferably pushing Sandy back onto the ground so the game can now consider that ground. This means that now when you press the jump button, you will gain height, but actually descend by pressing the lasso button again. With that in mind, you can now fly around any of these stages with Sandy in them using this glitch. The world is your oyster. Now that seems deeply appropriate. I absolutely love glitches like this. It really reminds me of the Airwalk in Ape Escape 2, where you can basically do a similar thing. And in terms of application in a speedrun, I mean, this is invaluable tech. And it has the added bonus of being super easy to pull off, so you're definitely going to want to try this one. Next, let's take a look at a very strange glitch that you can do with SpongeBob. Standing next to any of the NPCs in the game that you can talk to, what you want to do is begin a bubble ball and talk to that character on the same frame. So as an example, if you're playing on the PS4 version, what you would do is press circle to bubble ball and then R1 at the exact same time. This may take a couple of tries, but if you do this exactly right, what will happen is SpongeBob will now begin sliding forwards. The dialogue box for whichever NPC you were talking to remains open, but SpongeBob is now just sliding along. Now, aside from this being visually entertaining, this actually has a strange side effect where, as you slide along, in some cases, like here in Jellyfish Fields, after you talk to Mr. Krabs, hands won't actually stop you going out of bounds. You're able to just kind of slide off into the distance and explore around. This isn't the case for a lot of areas in the game, but hey, it's definitely a case for this area. Presumably, the game believes you're in a conversation with an NPC character, and therefore you're most likely stationary, which means there's no reason to stop you from going out of bounds because you're in a conversation, right? And so in some cases, the trigger for actually stopping you going out of bounds is kind of disabled. It makes perfect sense in my head. This is a pretty difficult frame-perfect glitch to get down, but hey, try it out. It's a lot of fun. Getting out of bounds was a very easy thing to do in the original Battle for Bikini Bottom, but in this game, it's just as easy, if not easier, if you can believe it. So here we are in downtown Bikini Bottom, and I want to show you some of these glitches in real time because they're so simple. This might be kind of fun. We can kind of explore, you know, some of the out-of-bounds areas. Now, the first one, this is incredibly simple. Stand on top of this unexploded warhead and just jump, jump, spin. That's it. You're out of bounds now. It's that simple. We can explore around a little bit. Obviously, some of the objects, as we can see, like the clamsicle stand, is not solid. Neither is this ticket booth. But this is actually used in speedruns now because there was a very inconsistent way of getting out of bounds, or at least over an invisible barrier to get to later parts of the game. But like I said, it was very inconsistent, so this is a much easier way. In fact, it's hilariously easy, and I'm surprised developers, you know, missed this. Stuff like this is invisible, or not invisible, but it doesn't have any collision. I mean, you can go right out into, you know, just nothingness out here. Everything is kind of, you know, you can just walk straight through it. It's amazing. These are the things that I love about Out of Bounds. You know, you never know what you're going to discover out here. Obviously, you were never meant to see this kind of thing. Now it feels more like a boundary break episode. Like, this is solid. You can stand on this, and that's not solid, but the path just kind of ends over here. You know, you were never meant to see this stuff, so it's kind of cool how they kind of, you know, constructed everything to make it look like, oh, hey, it goes off into a really distant land. But really, it's just invisible pathways everywhere. Now, obviously, this doesn't mean you can reach later levels. There is still a spatula requirement, and as you can see, I only have one spatula, but I'm already in this kind of kelp forest area, but I wouldn't be actually able to go to that level, but I can go inside the tent, which is kind of, hey, look at me, I'm camping. Now, the cool thing about this game is there are no solid walls when you go out of bounds trying to get inbounds necessarily, so what you can do is just kind of jump, and now we're back inbounds. But there are some kind of wacky side effects to being out of bounds and in areas of the game that you're not supposed to be at this point. That's the funny thing, is if you do this glitch and you go out of bounds to an area much later in the game, for instance, Bubble Buddy is not actually here. So you're just talking to nobody. He's a disembodied voice. So now we have no, but you don't actually gain the ability. Now,
no, it's dead.
With this is
you can grab it and charge it, but that's it.
Getting out of bounds, and this is on the 1.0 patch of this game. For some reason, it doesn't let you out of bounds so easily, but there is a fix for that. For some reason, every time you get grabbed by hands and he takes you away, you're placed back in the air, and if you do a jump, you gain a little bit more height. So each time he takes you away and puts you back, you gain a little bit more height.
No.
So, we can use this to kind of jump over this barrier that's stopping us from getting out of bounds in the first place. It may take a good little bit of time. See how you're able to jump in thin air? That gives you just the amount of height that you need.
Close my door and turn off the light.
On top of this barrier, and there we go, we're out of bounds. So that was something I found very strange. So, yeah. But another thing I want to show you is I feel compelled to show you this also, because Shift, a very popular speedrunner for this game and the original Battle of Bikini Bottom, will come for me if I don't show this to you guys. For any potential speedrunners of this game in the future, instead of going around that way to get to the next areas, and this would be much later in the game, it's actually quicker to double jump on top of this rock, go over here, stand on the very edge of this. Yeah, you don't want to do that, because if you do that, you'll get captured and taken away, and it doesn't leave you in the best position. Because now I think I'm technically, yeah, okay, I screwed it up. That's what you don't want to do. What you want to do is get right on the very edge of that, double jump up to here, bosh. That's the quicker way of doing it. And then when you get around here, what you want to do is kind of this very tricky, yeah, I messed it up. But what you want to do is you want to try and get on that dumpster. Otherwise, the game's going to put you in this very weird state where you're kind of in bounds, out of bounds. It was friendly that time. It let me do it, but I've had instances where it just kept trying to grab me. Strangely enough, bubble buddies here now. That's interesting. But you still don't gain the bubble ability. You still only have one spatula. So anyway, that's something I wanted to talk about.
Someone better make me useful, please.
Our moms. They tuck us in.
Okay, that's better.
They hold us tight. They teach us how. They show us what's right. They make everything all right. They are everything. Always and forever. To all the moms. Happy Mother's Day. Love, Publix.
Come for me. If you do have the cruise bubble, here's a very simple way to also get out of bounds. You go to any area where
Kids already brought it and put it on the charger.
This area in Bikini Bottom, and just mash the cruise bubble button. And what will eventually end up happening is Hans stops trying to grab you and put you back in bounds, and then you're free to just explore out of bounds. It's very simple, but what I will say is this doesn't work on version 1.02. I tried to get it to work, and they must have patched it in a newer patch, obviously. But it does work on version 1.00 or 1.01. And again, you're just out of bounds and you're free to explore. As you'd expect, a lot of things are invisible, and if you just look off to the distance there, there's, well, not a lot of distance to be seen. This is in fact the edge of the world, and you can actually just kind of, well, you saw it earlier, if you go off the edge, you fall and you die. But you don't even die, you just fall forever. It's kind of nuts. But again, yeah, everything doesn't have collision out here. Why would it? Collision costs memory, resources, so, you know, don't need it. Now these rocks, for some reason, that was strange. They're kind of, they're solid. It's very strange what's solid and what's not when you're out here. It doesn't make any real sense. Those rocks should never have been solid. Are these solid? Yeah, those rocks are solid too. Why is that? Where do these go exactly? I've never actually seen. It's kind of, oh, this is more out of bounds. You get the point, guys. Out of bounds, incredibly simple in this game. So for the last kind of very simple out of bounds, something we already kind of touched upon is jumping out of bounds using hands. Now, this does take a little bit longer, but as you'll see, and this is the kind of thing that I may need to speed up, but each time Hans grabs you and replaces you back into the world, he kind of elevates your position ever so slightly higher each time. So you'll
can see after about a minute of doing this, I'm way higher than when I started. So what's going to eventually happen is I'll be over the top of an invisible barrier and it will just let me kind of wander around out here. Now this is how you would get out of bounds in stages that aren't the hub world and don't have that very easy kind of jump on top of the warhead, jump out of bounds. This is something a little bit more time consuming, but it's very easy. You could just sit here and each time you do this, you gain a little bit more height. Each time we get loaded in, we're seeing just a little bit more of the highest mountain in the background. See how we just see a little bit more, the snow is getting lighter at the top. We're seeing a bit more of that each time, so we're still gaining height. I don't know how much height we're gonna need, but eventually we'll be able to get over the top of this barrier. A few moments later. Yay, that was the time, we did it. Nice. Okay, so there we go. Now we're out of bounds. And as long as we don't walk back in bounds, we don't have to do any of that again. Hey, look, SpongeBob, who lives in a pineapple under the sea. SpongeBob! It goes something like that. Oh, hey, look, there's no... That's kind of crazy. Oh, what? Oh, of course, because, it's culling on the other side. How crazy.
It shines.
So there you go. Yeah, it's a very time-consuming glitch. That was maybe about 8 to 10 minutes of just doing that, but eventually you have all this freedom. We can just go wherever we please. Climb all the way to the top of this. Of course we can. It has collision for some reason. So why not? I bet it just ends. Is it just gonna end at the... Oh, there's more. There's the edge of the world. I don't want to show off too much of this because I want you guys to be able to explore. Like here we have jellyfish fields. So one of my favorite things about this game is that all the environments kind of live in the same world. They have this very cool connectivity where you can see other levels within other levels. I love that about this, but this is just going to be some kind of low poly craziness, right? Yeah, as you'd expect. Another way you can kind of get out of bounds is by using hands in a different way. And to demonstrate exactly what I mean by this, I'm going to get SpongeBob on top of the tree dome and then slide down the back side of it and have hands kind of drag me back in bounds. Now if you basically copy what you've just seen, what will happen is hands will actually drag you inside the tree dome. But you're not actually inside the level of the tree dome, you're inside the hub version of it, which if it isn't immediately obvious is not somewhere you're usually
like
able to get. But curiously, there are some solid objects inside here, for no apparent reason. And this isn't the only place in Bikini Bottom you can actually do this. If you do this similar glitch next to the theater, what happens is you end up inside the theater model, and for some reason there's another sock here. There are 80 socks in total in the game, and if you collect this one, that's 81. You're impressed by my math skills, aren't you? Which means you would have 81 over 80 socks, which makes no sense, and I have no idea why this is here. Some people have alluded it to a kind of Easter egg from the original. However, if that's true, that means the developers intended you to get out of bounds or in bounds, however this works, to get this sock, which means they knew about
Someone better
this.
make good use of
I
all
have
these.
no idea if any of this tracks, really. Now, anybody who actually pulls this glitch off will immediately realize they're trapped inside this building because the collision is one-sided, so there's no way out, apart from if you simply just choose another spatula and warp out. And the same thing is true of the tree dome glitch also. Finally, let's take a look at one of the most broken things in the entire game, and this is called Taxi Glitch. And essentially, what this glitch will allow you to do is walk to any spatula in the game. And you know, the bonus thing is it's surprisingly easy to pull off. In this example, I've started a brand new game, so there are no spatulas open to me aside from maybe the very first one. Pause the game to reach this menu, and then go to Bikini Bottom, select the first spatula, and then confirm to reach the taxi screen. You then want to confirm this option by pressing A or X if you're on PS4, and then immediately press pause afterwards. There's about a 2 or 3 frame window with which to do this, so it's very tight. This is then followed up by another immediate pause, which should take you back to the main menu with the taxi load active. So for me on PS4, in real time, this was X to confirm, then pause, and this should take you back to the main menu. This now means you can select any spatula in the game and once again press pause, and it should load you into that spatula. Doing this on the first Chum Bucket spatula takes you to the Robo Sponge boss, and the cool thing is, The game intends you to have everything you'd need to fight this boss, which basically means it gives you all the power-ups you'd need or would have acquired through the course of the game, which is a pretty neat side effect of this glitch, actually. Now, this glitch will work with any spatula in the game, but I decided to walk back to the very first spatula during the Robo-Sponge boss, and for some reason, the fish that commentates during the bosses decided to stick around. It didn't matter where I went, he was always just kind of there, flapping his mouth. Gave me a chuckle, I guess. But there you have it, guys. Some amazingly broken things you can try out in SpongeBob Battle for Bikini Bottom Rehydrated. Thank you so much for sticking through this episode until the very end. If you have a Twitter account, please follow me at A-Star Show. It's my #1 weapon against the YouTube algorithm to get my videos to you without you missing them in sub boxes. Believe me, it's a real issue, and if you follow me on Twitter, you can actually see these videos when they drop. And lastly, a huge
The legend of the night is very strong in Bloons TV6. As a matter of fact, I love them. Please go on.
Hey, Larry, what's shaking?
Sandy! Boy, am I glad to see you. I need your help. My TV reception has been terrible lately. I need to have someone replace my old antenna with this shiny new one.
Yes, sir. That antenna is shinier than a $3 bill.
Well, that's
Why don't you replace it yourself?
I'm not really much of a jumper.
I wanted to, like, meme
So,
you,
what's
meme
jumping got to do with it?
circle, but then I
Because
stood up
the
and now
old
I'm
antenna
stuck.
is up
This like,
there.
I'm in the circle, bro.
Oh, you got a small little placement there, dude. At least you got rid of that
That's colder
scary.
than a glass of Texas
Dude, yeah,
iced
that's
tea.
too scary, dude. We might get
The
demonetized.
robots
if
have
we-
blocked
if we
off
keep
that
on,
building, and I
dude.
can't do all those fancy moves you and SpongeBob do to get across
Dude, you
these
know what?
gaps.
You can have
All I
the
can do is flex.
I'm gonna
Wanna
have
see?
so many Legends of the Night
Yeah,
down,
great.
dude. It's
So what are you gonna do with the old antenna?
So we're gonna take
Oh,
Legends of the Night and
that.
what
It's
round
yours if you replace it with a new one.
Well, I don't know. We're trying
Well, I
1,000.
have been getting bad
right?
TV
That's-
reception in the
we
tree
can.
dome.
I think we can.
You
Okay,
actually
Larry.
think we can?
Wait,
got
one
a
second,
deal.
my webcam died. I have returned.
Yo, what's up, Return?
Yo, dude, careful. Look at that. The balloons are getting mine.
I don't care.
Bro.
I'm just straight up like just diving in. This is like mean. Alright, here.
You just get no, it's fine. I got triple shot now.
I got
So
Steven now.
yo, you got Steven, bro.
I got Steven. I feel like I'm gonna start calling him by his actual name, Brent. I think I can make a decision right now. Right now.
Alright, call. Alright, say, call me.
Etienne?
Alright, cool. Go ahead. Call Steven whenever you like.
I don't know, man. It's just hard. Sometimes it's hard to pronounce. Like, I'm not Frank. Okay? I don't know.
And here's the thing, like, I say Steven, no one's gonna make fun. Oh, cool, you're calling him, that's funny. I try to say it, right? It's like Voldemort, right? Like, you say it, and then everyone in the comment section's like, you didn't say it with the and a T end. It's like literally, dude. No, you say it, and then here comes the comment section with a baseball bat.
Alright, hang on. Alright, hopefully.
Sadly, no one joined the stream. That's fine. I guess I'll just stop stream. Please tell me I can just stop the stream.